And again, keep in mind, I'd already let go. Clone Wars was canceled. It's too bad, you know, there was all this talk of like, we're never really gonna go back to see the prequel characters again, it's done. And then suddenly, oh, come into Rebels. I'm like, what? Okay, all right, cool. So I'm walking into a show that's familiar, but it's not our show, it's not the Clone Wars, it's Rebels. But then Freddie Prinze Jr. just walks through the door, and I'm in the waiting room, saying hi to people, looks over, sees me, his eyes light up, he plops himself down next to me, he's like, dude, I'm Freddie, man. I have been so looking forward to working with you, man. I love Clone Wars. This is gonna be awesome. And it's very hard not to be excited to go into the room after he's like, one of the stars of the show is like, dude, this is gonna be great, and just like, so friendly. And then Freddie would do this thing where we would be in the vocal booth, and if he wasn't in the scene, he would just sit back behind us and close his eyes and listen to us do Star Wars around him. So you felt so supported, and you felt so excited. So it felt terrible to undermine what he was doing with Taylor. Because Dave put Ezra between us. And I would watch Freddie and Taylor. Taylor, who Dave Filoni said, don't watch any Star Wars, Taylor. You haven't seen it? Yeah, should I see it? No, I want you to learn about Star Wars through this show, because that's what your character's doing. Kanan is teaching you about the Force. So you're gonna learn about Star Wars through Freddie. Freddie was a huge Star Wars nerd, right? And so my friend put Taylor between me and Freddie. And so me and Taylor would have a scene, and I'd say, unless you must do what must be done, there will always be limits to your abilities. Seize the knowledge, seize the power. Do not end up like me, young Jedi. And all this stuff. And then they say, cut. And then Taylor would go, yeah, Freddie, that makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't I do that? And Freddie's like, no, dude, that's the dark side, that's the trap. And then roll him. He's like, Ezra, he's using you. I don't understand why you don't let me try it. And he's like, no, don't you understand? That's the dark side. And all stuff like that. And then cut. And then another scene with me. Can I count on you, my young apprentice? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh! It was awesome. I was sitting there going, Dave did this on purpose. He's like, we're fighting for the soul of Taylor Gray right here. This is amazing. So we're still